Check, check, 1, 2.
Check, check. Can you
Yeah.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear us talking, but I can't hear like the sound effects. Now I hear the sound effects. Yeah. Test. I hear it. Yeah, I hear it. I'm good. I'm ready to go. We ready? All right, we're ready. Let's go, baby. Welcome back, everybody. Another episode of Make the Right Play. We are here. It is Wednesday, January 15th. And Coach, we're 5 days away. As always, the coach is on my left, looking great, looking ready to go. Got our hair done today, feeling good, ready. And as always, we got your buoy behind the camera, making everything work for us, making everything sound good for us. Shout out your buoy media for all your media needs in the Pensacola area. And Coach, 5 days away. We're 5 days away from President Trump and the inauguration of the 47th President of the United States of America. And we got a little bit of good news today. It's been more of a positive day, I'd say.
Hey, I took my first shower of 2025 today. So
Perfect.
That's a good day,
All right. Just because she can't stand, that doesn't mean she hasn't come up with other ways. All right, let's make sure we're clear. We're clear.
Sponge bath.
Yes, the sponge
but today
bath.
I
Right.
actually got to go in the shower.
Yes.
And it was fantastic because I had to wait for my stitches to heal.
Mm-hmm. And you have a nice shower too, so it worked out.
Oh yeah, I had the chair and everything.
You got the shower chair. I saw Dad building it this morning at like 6 a.m. He was there putting stuff together. I was like, "What are you doing over here?"
Hey, but it's a good day. Let me tell you, gratitude is being able to feel water on your body for not feeling it for a month.
Yeah, no, I can imagine.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's been great.
Yeah, no, well, I'm feeling a little gratitude as well. I mean, XRP is exploding today.
It sure is.
It's exploding. You know, you were like, you got to buy XRP, got to buy XRP quick. So I went, I bought some XRP, and it's worked out. And look, and it's turning up a little bit. So if you're not in the crypto game, get in the crypto game now. Now is the time to get into the crypto game. So, we lost them all. I think we're still alive though.
But let me tell you something. Trump, from what I understand, is probably going to sign some kind of executive order when he takes office on the 20th.
Okay.
In order to deregulate and take away a lot of the restrictions that have been put on cryptocurrency. So get in now.
Get in now.
Get in now.
Get in now on the bottom
XRP.
floor. It is a little high now though. It's over $3. So
When I bought it, it was like 50 cents.
Yeah, I know you did. You bought it at 50 cents back in like June. You were ready to go,
it was like
right?
around August.
Oh, it was August?
And then
okay.
I was going to tell people, but I was afraid because I didn't want people. And then I waited. Once it went up to $1, that's when I started telling people.
Then you started chatting it up. You had a bad experience with back in the day with Bitcoin. I think it deterred you a little bit.
All right, so back in 2005, right? It was like 25
back
cents
when we could have been a millionaire.
Bitcoin. And I said, my gosh, we got to get into this Bitcoin.
Yeah.
You'll have a trail of tears. You'll lose all your money. It's such a bad... But I see these two hippies. And I was like in the Berkshires or something.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And they were like, we'll accept Bitcoin for payment. So I'm like, come on, we need to get into it.
In 2005?
Yeah.
Wow,
I think it
holy
was
shit.
2005. It was around then. I think I was pregnant with your brother.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and the thing is, I
okay.
didn't do it, so,
So then it just didn't amount to anything?
No, I'd be so rich right now. If I would have just spent like $100 on Bitcoin, I'd be
If only.
like a multimillionaire right now.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping I get that luck with XRP.
Yeah, well, who knows? Let's see what happens with XRP. Like you said, Trump's big on XRP, and
Bank of America is paying their internally.
yes,
with
internal
XRP.
transfers with XRP. Yes, that is new. I saw an article about that. I sent it to you. So that is interesting. So maybe who knows? Who knows? It could be the next Bitcoin, the next generation of Bitcoin.
I'll tell you, things are going to be changing when Trump takes office. One is the quantum financial system might actually start to take effect, and I know that he talked about the external revenue service instead of the internal revenue service.
That's right,
and that would be such a blessing for so many Americans if we didn't have to pay income taxes and we can just use a what is it called again? I forgot the name of it. A consumption tax.
Consumption tax, yes.
And it's like 14%, so we only get taxed on what we buy.
Right.
And I think that's a very fair system and a good way to go.
I agree with you 100%.
I mean, look at those people in California. They paid all their taxes, and what did they get for it? Nothing.
No, nobody pays more taxes than them.
Yeah,
60% of your income is gone in the state of California, and you get shit. You get your house burnt down, and then you can't. You don't know what to do. You don't have insurance, and your ass is out. So how you living? Keep paying.
For all that taxes. Even Trump
Keep paying
tweeted
that
something
government.
like, you pay all your taxes, not for the services, so that they can give it to the illegals.
Yeah, it's the truth, and that's why the Democrats lost, because they're so brain dead, and they think that they can continue to do that. And the American people woke up, and the people in France, and the people in Germany, and the people around the globe have all woken up, and people are starting to go back to let's take care of our country and our people first, rather than everybody else. And things are changing around the globe.
It definitely. Oh well, Carlos. Talk about the most exciting news of the day.
Oh, the most exciting news of the day. Well,
Besides
speaking
my
of things, besides being able to take a shower in the United States, hashtag first world, the most exciting news of the day is peace on earth. Peace on earth is here again. 5 days before the Trump administration, they have brokered peace between Israel and Hamas.
In the Middle East.
Peace in the Middle East, baby. The hostages are being returned back to the United States and back to Israel, and they have brokered a ceasefire and a peace agreement.
Well, what did he say? We played the video last year. He said last week, not last year, last week. He said,
no,
it was 2025.
Yeah, it's still 2025.
But he
said
he was like, they will be held to pay.
Yep.
If you don't release those hostages. And then a week later, the hostages are going to be freed.
Yep.
There's going to be a ceasefire. And guess who's trying to take credit for it? You got to play that clip.
The old man Joe?
Yeah.
We don't have that. We don't have that clip.
I sent you that clip today.
When?
Today. All right. I thought maybe you added it tonight.
I didn't add that clip. We don't have that clip. Well, you go look. You'll see it. It's a 30-second clip.
Well, it's a clip.
Is that a joke,
and then
right?
They said,
Yeah.
Hey, Joe, so who do you give credit for? And he was like, is that a joke?
Yeah, is that a joke?
He really thinks that he should be getting credit for the peace deal.
Well, you gotta. I mean,
on.
he may think that he is Donald Trump some days. I mean, he's so senile. He's a mess.
Oh my gosh, he's really totally bad. Senile.
He's
you are
really
not
a mess.
kidding.
He's a mess. I mean, how about the fact he said he was going to take care of all those people in California, and now he's only giving them $770.
100%. Remember, he's like, we're going to pay for 100%.
$770, baby. That's what he's cutting a check for. One-time payment.
One-time payment. And
big help.
And LA, California, I can't even imagine $770 lasting you like more than 2 days.
Yeah, it's just.
I can't even imagine how expensive everything is.
It's true. No, it's absolutely true. It won't last you anything.
But
it
Carlos,
won't last you anything.
I got to ask you, have you seen any of the confirmation hearings?
Yes, I have. I mean, yesterday was such a gong show with Pete Hegseth's confirmation hearing, and oh my God,
Secretary of Defense.
It was such a disaster between the heckling and just the nastiness towards Pete, and then today. It was just like it was a brawl today.
Well, I have to tell you, when I was listening, because yesterday I was using a red light treatment that my husband got me for Christmas. It was like a little thing that I could just put over my head. So I'm listening to it, and honestly, Pete Hegseth, he likes to party hard.
Pete does like to party.
The man works hard. He gets up. He does like, I don't know how many sets of 45 push-ups each. He works hard. He goes balls to the wall in his life. But man, when the guy parties, they got to carry him out of the bar.
It's true.
Like
it's
really,
true.
I'm
They
like,
do.
Oh,
they have to carry him out. It's really. But listen, that means he's just having a good time.
Exactly.
Like, what's the problem with that?
Well, you know what made me laugh is that one of the senators was like, there are people who actually come to vote drunk on the Senate floor.
Yeah.
So I know we're not going to tell Pete Hegseth that
Right.
he can't become the Secretary of Defense because he gets drunk. Okay.
100%.
And
100%.
not for nothing, but I remember living in Connecticut. There was a certain state senator who was actually mocked on the late night talk show for being drunk on the state Senate floor of Connecticut. I'm not going to mention any names.
Yeah.
But if you have a D next to your name, if you're a Democrat, it's fine.
You know.
But if you're a Republican, it's like, oh my gosh, shouldn't that disqualify you that you get trashed every once in a while? Give me a break. That really pissed me off I think he's going to get through. I think Pete is definitely going to get confirmed.
Yeah. No, I think you're 100% right. He should, though. He should. And he handled it like a champ. He was a complete professional the whole time.
Yes, he was.
He looked sharp. Like he was a complete professional through and through. And I mean, talk about, and I feel bad because Pam Bondi was today, right? That's her name, Pam Bondi.
Oh my gosh. Pam Bondi, I have to say, she's a very beautiful woman.
Well, she looks great for her age. I mean, I saw something on Twitter.
How old is she?
She is the same age as the Democrat who was, I guess, cross-examining her. She has like all gray hair, like very like wrinkly. I can't remember her name.
Jill from New York?
Not Jill from New York. I can't remember what, but she's Pam Bondi. I mean, she looks great. And she went up there and was giving it to her.
She could be a movie star.
Yeah, she was giving it to the Democrats today.
Well, I have to say, I kind of didn't like Pam Bondi because I said, Pam, you're making people like me feel bad about
Pam's
myself.
59. She's 59.
59 years years old?
Yeah, she's 59.
Oh my gosh, she actually made me feel bad about myself, and she's freaking older than me.
I mean, please.
Oh my gosh,
if you were 59, you would look the same.
But she's also very intelligent. But you know what?
Was.
There are two types of people in the world, and I used to tell the kids this all the time when they were growing up.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you have the people who wake up in the morning and they just go to work. They don't worry about work. I saw the rock on her finger. I'm telling you, that lady probably hasn't cleaned a toilet bowl in over 40 years.
Yeah,
then there's people
never.
like me that I used to tell the kids all the time, go to school, work hard. You don't want to be like me. I'm constantly cleaning the freaking toilet bowl.
But Ma, I mean, come on. You look great. But Pam.
But all I'm saying is that there are two different types of people. And Pam
Yes,
looks
there
like
are
she
two
has
different
taken
types of
good
people.
care of herself. 59 years old. I'm shocked.
Well, I think, honestly, I think people are taking care of Pam.
Right. I think people do take care of Pam,
it's the other way around. People are taking care of Pam.
What do you mean?
I'm saying, like, you know,
there's
there's
Attorney General.
she's going to be the Attorney General, but I'm thinking, like, you know, like in terms of, like, I'm sure she's getting her hair done before she goes on Capitol Hill. You know, she's
Yes,
like,
yes, I would agree
she's
with
probably, you know, have people doing her makeup. Have
And I'm
people,
sure she probably
like,
doesn't have to
she's
cook
well
and
taken
clean
care of.
every
Exactly.
night
She's not cooking. She's not cooking and cleaning
the
shit.
Practice,
She's going
do the
out.
laundry.
Yeah.
I mean, us moms have it hard. But I do have to say, I was like, Pam, why do you have to look so good being Attorney General?
And kicking ass. I mean, she showed up those
She's so
Democrats.
smart
Yeah,
and
she showed them up.
smart.
We'll show Pam Bondi's clips really quick because we got clips. It's 25 and 26. So let's show a little bit of Pam Bondi today on Capitol Hill because she was showing people up. I enjoyed it.
I'm speaking. Your job will be to protect voters and election workers, not to undermine and dox them.
Liar.
Now, I know that earlier you agreed that Joe Biden is in fact president, but many of the president-elect's inner circle continue to spread the big lie about the 2020 election. Then we'll move on to a different topic.
Senator, you were speaking. May I speak? You cut me off when I was speaking.
Look at Pam. I hope you
That
answer.
pinstripe
Well,
suit.
I'd
Now,
like
when
to
we met
answer the
yesterday,
previous one, Senator.
When we met yesterday,
You pointed your finger at me and
you
said
did not
you were
seem
speaking.
to be familiar
Let me answer
with
my question.
the
I'm not going to be
Citizenship
bullied by you,
Clause, the
Senator
14th
Padilla.
Amendment of the United States of America, which was
That's a
deeply
tough broad.
disappointing.
I guess you
And I'm
didn't want to
hoping you're
hear
more
my
familiar
answer
with it
about
today
Pennsylvania.
after I gave an opportunity to study overnight. So can you
Study?
tell me in this committee
Yeah.
what the Citizenship Clause of the 14th Amendment says?
Senator,
Needed to study that.
I'm here to answer your questions. I'm not here to do your homework and study for you. If I am confirmed
You're
as
the one asking for a confirmation.
Hey,
vote,
you
ma'am.
cut me off.
she's
Can I please
smart.
finish?
What does the 14th Amendment say?
Senator, the 14th Amendment, we all know, addresses birthright citizenship. I've been a state prosecutor. I've been a state AG. I look forward to, even given your remarks today, working with you and the people of California if I am confirmed as the 87th Attorney General of the United States of America. I didn't take your homework assignment. I'm sorry. I was preparing for today.
Wow.
Pam
man.
Bondi. Pam Bondi. Bringing it. Smacking people around. Not taking any prisoners.
That was really good.
Yeah, not taking any prisoners. And we'll show this one is real quick, too. You got to see what she does to this guy, another California senator.
Oh, God.
I'm asking
Adam
you,
Schiff?
sitting here today, whether you are aware of a factual predicate to investigate Liz Cheney.
Senator, no one has
Based on what
asked
you
me
know.
to investigate Liz Cheney. That is a
The
hypothetical.
president has called for it publicly. You are aware of that, aren't you?
No one has asked me to investigate.
But the president
Liz.
has
We're
called-
also
the
worried about
president-
Liz Cheney,
the
Senator.
president has
You know what
called
we
for
should
this-
be worried about?
Ms. Bondi,
The
please
crime rate
answer
in
my
California
questions.
right now
You are
is
aware,
through the roof.
Ms. Bondi,
Your robberies are 87% higher than the national
My question
average.
is this.
That's what I
My
want
question
to
is
focus
this.
on, Senator.
Do you have the
if I'm
power to
confirmed
say
as
no to the
Attorney
president?
General.
I mean, just showing them up. Like, how about you worry about your own state so
Yeah,
much?
exactly.
Talking about Liz Cheney protecting your golden goose egg.
Yeah.
It's like, how about you worry about that?
The recipient of the Congressional Medal of Honor, right? Or the President
No,
Medal
was
of
she?
Honor. She got some freaking, remember we showed it. Or,
No,
or
that was
saw
the
it.
presidential.
The Presidential Medal of Honor.
Was it
for
freedom?
For not putting party in
I
front
don't know.
of.
She's such an asshole, that fucking lady.
Liz Cheney is the biggest jerk in the United States next to Adam Schiff. So
Yeah.
birds of a feather flock together. Did you see any of Little Marco's?
I didn't catch any of Little
Secretary of State?
Marco's.
I didn't. Well, you know why? Because he's part of the deep state.
And I was gonna just
He's
say
part
that.
of the deep state.
I was gonna say that he's a machine head.
Yeah.
So they didn't have anything to shit on him for because he's kissed the ring for years, and they're like, all right, we'll move you through, Marco. You kissed the ring, so and we know you'll do our bidding if we ask you to, so you're good.
He's part
Move
of the
along.
deep state.
Move
for
along,
sure.
Marco. Move along.
For sure.
that
Well, you
little
know,
bitch.
one thing that I noticed that was really interesting today that I saw in the New York Post.
What's that?
Is that Trump is trying to get Vivek Ramaswamy, the Senate seat that
Ramaswamy.
J.D. Vance is, that he gave up his Senate seat to become vice president. I'm telling you, that's because Trump is pissed at Vivek.
I think he wants him out of Doge.
So that's a good way to get rid of him after that whole H1N and like being like Americans, you're all lazy. And so I want to see what's
He's like,
going to
why don't
happen.
you go be a public servant?
And have you noticed how quiet he is?
Yeah, he hasn't said
We
anything.
need to put out a search party for Vivek Ramaswamy.
Yeah, well, I mean, his Trump got pissed. I mean, Vivek went right after Trump's, fan base, basically. That's Trump's bread and butter are the people that he went right after.
Well, Carlos, there's a huge problem in this country
Yeah.
called, people are not getting paid enough money. And we're not going to keep bringing people in from other countries to do jobs that Americans can do.
It's true.
So I'm sorry, but Vivek, I've noticed it's been very quiet. And now Trump is like, you know what you should do? Run for a senator.
Yeah, why don't you go
in
take
Ohio.
JD's say? I don't even think they're from the same district, are they? Or the same?
Well,
he's
no,
senator.
he's a state senator, so
yeah,
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
But I
Yeah,
thought
you're right.
that was pretty interesting.
No, that I 100% agree with you. That is interesting.
But did you hear who's not going to the inauguration?
Oh, I did hear about this. Well, she didn't show up to the funeral either. That little asshole.
What happened when they go low, we go high?
Oh,
happened to
because
that?
I think she's mad at Obama.
You
I think it's a marital problem. I think they're having marital issues.
Well, I heard she didn't go to the funeral because she was on vacation. She had an extended vacation.
Well,
in
she's still
Hawaii.
on vacation, I think, I think she's staying in Hawaii for the inauguration. I think she's just staying out there. Obama's
Well-
hometown, they say.
We should show the funeral clip.
Let's show the funeral clip. Okay, let's
because
go.
I thought it was really fascinating.
Yeah, clip 23.
It really was
Jimmy Carter's
fascinating.
funeral is giving so much high school drama vibes. First off,
This is
we got our
perfect.
girl Melania and Donald Trump arriving. Now, Mike Pence is going to give Donald Trump a strong handshake. As
Mike
well
Pence
as
is a
Melania Trump.
douchebag. I hate
She's
that guy.
Snubbed by Mrs. Pence, and she got a nasty look on her face when she do it. Now, Camilla and Doug get there, and she's not giving everybody the warm greeting that I was really expecting. Okay, this man supposedly helped out with her campaign. They're BFFs. So why the cold shoulder? Ooh, yee. Now we got another cold shoulder for Jill. They actually turn apart.
They do. This
turn.
is
Let's go ahead
crazy
again,
when I
okay?
watch this.
Oh, there's the turn. Not good.
There's the turn.
Joe Biden scratches his eyebrow, and then he looks up to the heavens because he knows that he's probably going to be going somewhere on the other side soon. Now, JWB shows up, gives Obama a little love tap, show they friends.
That
and
was
homies.
crazy.
The Bushes themselves actually get quite a warm greeting from Mike Pence, Democrat Mike Pence, and Al Gore. Now, Trump and Obama, they snicker in a little bit, okay, like two schoolgirls. But the real schoolgirl here is Camilla. When she turns her head and she sees that those two are like,
I love like the look up, like
the
the.
jealousy on her face is like her high school crush likes another girl now, you know? She opening her book trying to look like she's busy. Then, of course, there's Joe Biden taking a nap, but he's been taking a nap for the last 2 years, so what do we expect? Now, Obama, he's looking around. He's like, Michelle, where you at? Guess what? She's in Hawaii on vacation. She ain't showing up anytime soon. Bill Clinton's face, he's looking like he's lost all political control. Guess what? So does JWB. He looking around. He looking a little scared, you know? Oh, what's going to happen now that Trump's in office? The main event here, we got Hunter Biden scratching his nose.
That's the best one. Is Hunter Biden scratching his nose, probably doing a line of blow before walking in there.
Well, I mean, you're right, though. Michelle didn't show up at the funeral.
No.
And she's just like, you know what? I'm done with the political life. I did my time. I've done enough sacrificing. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
And she worked her ass off on Kamala's campaign, and
For what?
they took an L. They were a giant loser. How about I heard today? Actually, one of my coworkers was saying something about it that it's usually part of like the routine that the incumbent vice president shows the incoming vice president like the quarters and kind of gives them a tour like the house or the area that they are. And Kamala was like, I'm not doing it. I won't show JD Vance and his
No
wife like all the
way.
she was like they could figure it out when they go in there. That we're not going to show any of the do any of this kind of
Do you think Mike Pence
passive
did it?
tours.
Do you think Mike Pence did
Mike
it?
Pence did do it, yeah.
He did.
He did do it for because Mike Pence was an asshole that whole time that they were saying that the election was stolen. He flipped. He showed his belly. Mike Pence is a big scumbag. I fucking hate Mike Pence. Like I really hate that guy. How about today that he's telling everybody he's like everybody better block and stop RFK from being brought in as the health person. Like he's just such a prick. Like you can't just be like what I'm just gonna step aside and just be silent. He's Mitt Romney 2.0. That's who he is.
But you know what?
He's
At
just
least
such
everybody knows he's a
asshole.
prick. Everybody knows he's a prick, so I don't think anybody's listening to Mike Pence.
I
don't think he has the
hate
ear
that
of
guy.
anyone right now.
But it's just like have some like balls, like have some integrity. You were a part of the administration. You were the vice president of the United States.
He was
have
a
some
spy.
fucking integrity, though.
He was a part of the deep state, and he was there to ruin things.
He has no integrity. He's such an asshole. So fuck that guy, Mike Pence. He really is such a prick.
Well,
No
Carlos,
love for Mike Pence at all. That guy.
And you know what's so funny is that Mike Pence will probably kiss somebody like Gavin Newsom's ass faster than he would
Up
Trump.
and down, left and right
Because let me
cheek.
tell you, these people are all deep state,
Yeah.
nasty people. So one thing we have to talk about is what the hell is going on in California. It is still
that everything is
on
still
fire.
burning.
Like, I'm sorry, but I'm shocked. Last week we had it. I'm like, yeah, they have a bad fire, but I really thought that like in a few days it was going to be put out.
Well, when you don't have the resources to fight the fire, you're not going to be able to put the fire out, and it's so dry. There's no rain. So when you don't have the resources, you don't have the water, you don't have the manpower, you don't have the money, and you're unable to put out this fire, it's going to continue to burn, especially with the winds that they're getting. And
Carlos, there
like
are
it's
entire
dry.
communities that are gone.
Yeah,
That
completely.
are just gone.
And those people aren't getting those houses back. Like, it's over. And then I saw that Gavin Newsom made an estate mandate that the insurance companies have to honor their insurance plans. So how many insurance companies are going to put out of business when they're trying to get them to pay billions of dollars?
Isn't that what they're always trying to do? And you know what? The insurance companies, let's see what happens.
Out of
Let's
business.
see what happens.
Out of business. Watch, they're going to go under.
Well, look, we all know that the leadership of California is totally incompetent. They cut their budget.
Yep.
And the fire chief actually gave an interview because they tried to pretend that they didn't cut the budget.
Yep.
So we have to show this quick.
All right, so let's go clip one.
Yes.
Go right into it. All right, let's do it. Let's go clip one.
Your budget for the fiscal year 2024-2025 cut?
I can tell you, I'm going to even go back further than that. Again, since day one, we've identified huge gaps in regard to our service delivery and our ability from our firefighters, boots on the ground, to do their jobs. Since day one, this is my third budget as we're going into 25-26. What I can tell you is we are still understaffed. When a firefighter comes up to a hydrant, we expect there's going to be water. We don't control the water supply.
Did they fail you?
Yes.
Chief Kristen Crowley.
So they failed her.
They failed her.
Yeah.
And she even put out a memo.
Yep.
And I think it was dated December 17th, 2024. So that's less than a month ago. She even put out a memo saying that these are unprecedented cuts and that they're not going to be able to do anything with these wildfires. Like, she said it twice in the memo. I mean, let me tell you something. You know what the problem is? Is that California is worried about more superficial things than actually taking care of the taxpayers who pay the taxes and give them the services they need.
Yeah.
Now, I have to show this video. And Carlos and I kept arguing because Carlos swears this video is fake.
No,
It is not
I'm on the
fake.
train. I'm on the train that it is real because I think I finally understand it now. And I understand that the point you're making, they used footage from a TV show for their DEI video.
No, this is the actual Kristen Larson.
No. The woman speaking or the whatever is speaking is the actual person. But the video of the black lady running with the glasses, that is from a TV show.
Let's
That's
just
not
play
an
the
actual.
video. We don't
All
need
right,
to
play the video.
describe the
Watch.
video.
Just watch. Just watch it. 2. Yes, 2.
You want to see somebody that responds to your house,
That's
your
a real
emergency,
person.
whether it's a medical call
That's
or
a
a fire
fake.
call, that
Fake.
looks like you. It gives that person a little bit more ease,
It's
knowing
TV
that
show.
somebody might understand their
Real,
situation
real.
better. Is she strong enough to
Real.
do this? Or you couldn't carry my husband out of a fire, which my response is, he got himself in the wrong place if I have to carry him out of a fire.
Fake. That's a
Only
TV show.
5% of working firefighters are women. That's real.
No, but that may be real.
And,
but that's
what does the writing say in the bottom over there?
That's a TV camera. That's camera footage. That's from 911. It's a show. It's an actual show. I see it on TikTok all the time.
All right. Well, that is a real DEI video.
Yes, that's a real DEI
And
video. They just use that footage.
All right, listen. Assistant Chief Kristen Larson, head of the Los Angeles Fire Department Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Bureau, makes over $370,000 a year, okay? And her response to not being able to pick up my husband is, he got himself in the wrong place if I have to carry him out of a fire.
Yeah, that was crazy. Like
That is a real answer.
That's
he
a
got
dig, though.
himself in the wrong place if I have to carry him out of the fire. Like
Yeah.
what, Los Angeles? Like living in Los
Right.
Angeles is the wrong place. He shouldn't be here.
Well,
We shouldn't be
perfect.
carrying him out of a fire. fire.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, and I'm going to say it. Men who are big and strong need to be firemen, okay? And I'm sure there's some women who are big and strong who could, and then God bless them, let them be fire women too. But for the most part, I remember in New York City, they started doing this crap where they started lowering the standards so that women could become firemen. And I'm sorry, they're not equipped. Let me tell you, my son, Presley, right? You too. Can pick me up like it's nothing and put me in the car. When I had my surgery, he would just pick me up like it was nothing and stick me in the car. I love my husband, but my husband used to struggle a little bit.
Wow.
He'd be like,
There's no need for that.
But I'm just saying that he's an Italian
dig.
man.
No
and
need
let's
to-
be honest, the Irish should be the firemen, okay?
Whoa.
It's true. Listen,
Whoa.
the Italians, they were head of the sanitation department. The Irish were the firemen.
Head of the sanitation department.
Everybody knows it. It's true, right? Wasn't Tony Soprano waste management? But the point is that you need to have big, strong people do those jobs.
Yeah.
Not have the attitude, well, you know, what did he do to get himself in that situation in the first place?
Right.
That's outrageous.
Yeah. No, you're 100% right. But that was a dig at men, I think. That was like a subtle, like, you know, well, why is a man putting himself in that situation if they're supposed to be so superior? Like, that was supposed to be like a little dig. And it's like, why? Why do you have to have that in there?
Listen, I don't know if that was a dig or not. I think that was just a deflection because she knows that she is not qualified to be a fire person.
That was a
but
she,
you know
right,
who
who
else
spoke?
is not qualified is the freaking mayor. Give the mayor giving the instructions to the people because this is
Oh my
shocking.
gosh. Yeah, this was just
Shocking.
unbelievable. This was just stupidity, though. Let's go clip 3.
Right now, if you need help, emergency information, resources, and shelter is available. All of this can be found at URL.
At URL. Really? That's where I could find it, huh? All right. Where's the second half to that piece?
You can't even make this up. You cannot even make this up. So now we have to play Gavin Newsom having a meeting with Joe Biden, feeling sorry for himself.
All right. Let's show it. Clip 4.
We've got to deal with this misinformation. There were hurricane force winds of mis and disinformation lies.
Hurricane
People
force
divide
of
this
misinformation.
and we're going to have to address that as well. And it breaks my heart as people are suffering and struggling.
They don't want to own it.
But that's what I was just going to say. It goes back to the ownership thing. I mean, Gavin, you mishandled the situation. You could have had the water. You chose not to have the water. This is the perfect time to politicize a situation. Trump gave you the resources. He said you can have the water. But because it was Trump, if it was Joe Biden giving you that water, it would have been fuck the fish and you would have taken that water. But because Trump gave you the water, you were like, I'm not going to take it and sign for that water.
Carlos, I don't even know because I think they're all part of a bigger agenda. I think they have a big, like you watch these wildfires and I don't care. There has to be something in your spirit that you're like, this doesn't seem right.
What, that it was
There's
man-made
like
started?
There's just something not right. The way that they're handling it, the way that their lack of preparation.
Yeah.
Like, it's like as if they have a bigger fish to fry. Like they're trying to change Los Angeles, maybe.
I thought they were saving the fish. Now you're frying fish?
Well, all those fish died, by the way.
Oh, those fish died.
The goal was to save the fish.
Double checking. They're all dead.
They're all dead.
No, I think I'm ready to put the tinfoil hat on and say that it was a purposely started fire. I think, and the more I start reading about the Los Angeles 2028 or whatever, like the 15-minute city or the city of tomorrow or something that they're really trying to push, I could see that being the case. That they wanted to, they needed to clear out some land and force people out. I think that theory that people are coming up with it's not so crazy. You could see the Democrats doing something like that, something wild.
Well, I mean, that's why I think they have so many of these energy efficient things and all this alternative energy and the windmills and the solar panels. And I mean, there's nothing more heartbreaking to see like a beautiful forest being cut down so that way they can put a bunch of solar panels on it. And you're going to explain to me that that's good for the environment?
That's good for the environment.
Like we're cutting trees down, killing everything to put a bunch of solar panels there, but that's good for the environment. Then those stupid windmills that they stick in the ocean, it looks horrible. When we went to Puerto Rico, all we saw was just this huge wind farm off the coast of that beautiful island. It was disgusting. How is that good for the environment? How is that
I don't
good
know.
for the
I don't know the
environment? And
science.
it's killing the whales.
Yeah, it is killing the whales. Yeah, it is killing the whales.
You know,
yeah.
they said that there used to be like maybe 1 or 2 whales. Now they're like 14 whales washing up on shore in like New Jersey, Cape Cod.
In Jersey, they're washing up?
Yeah.
Man, Jersey's a tough place to be,
dolphins,
huh?
like there
Holy
were
shit.
dolphins. Like these mammals are suffering.
Yeah.
And then these things break and they just sit there and rot.
Yeah.
They're not like a tree. A tree falls down. It like, does things for the planet. Like these things just sit there and rot. And they are really determined to make these crazy ideas work. And the only thing that is ruining our climate are these stupid alternative energy resources.
Yeah.
Let's just use the resources that God
They
gave
need
us.
to just make
Oil.
that egg.
Oh my gosh, let's not go back to the egg, please.
That's what they need to
I
do.
never want
I
to hear
think
about the egg
if they
again.
make the egg, it's
Well,
would
they
work
lie
out,
all the
probably.
time. They tried to say that the electric was cut.
Yeah.
That's why they didn't have any water pressure.
Yep.
And we don't have time to show it, but they even had a ring video showing that the
we're skipping
electric
the
is still. Do you want to show that video?
I have the clip for it. If
Do
you
you
want
wanna
to show
show
it, we
it?
could
It's
show it
so
quickly.
crazy.
And we could speak through it too. So so they said that the power is cut, and this is clip 5, you buoy. They said that the power was cut and that there was no power over there, but then
That's
the
why
ring
there was
camera
no
caught
water
this
pressure.
caught this video here.
Now, for the electricity's cut, how is the ring camera still working?
All right, we can cut it. God, video is
I mean, this
so
is
loud.
Well, the video is so scary.
Yeah,
Could
I
you
know,
imagine
it's
if
scary.
that's your house and you're looking at your Ring app and you're seeing your house being burnt to
You
the
have a wood
ground?
fence.
Listen, that's somebody's deck.
Yeah,
I mean, it's an awful situation.
it is. It's bad.
But the thing is,
bad
everybody
scene.
knows water pressures with water. How many times
Yeah.
do you flush your toilet? You go fill up a bucket of water and you throw it in the toilet, and it's the pressure that can flush your toilet. Do you know that's
Yeah.
right? I mean, come on, they're lying. They were totally
No, I mean,
lying.
when you don't have power, the plumbing, 9 times out of 10 still working,
Yeah,
and everything.
exactly.
You're still getting some water pressure. I mean, it's cold water, but that's what you want to put out the fire,
But
right?
when you have like no water,
Yeah.
and you need to flush your toilet. When the water's not running, you go fill it up with, let's say you can get water from your pool,
Yes,
you fill up
yes,
your bathtub
yes.
with water, you pour that in and the pressure takes care of it.
Yep.
I mean, this guy is so full of it. But
Yeah,
we have to have
completely.
the video of Gavin Newsom on Meet the Press trying to convince us that everything was running perfectly in California, and it has nothing to do with him.
All right, let's go. Clip 6.
I want to be clear. We're not waiting.
Oh no,
for
this is the
those fires
770.
helping the victims.
You cut this.
We're getting them help right now, as you all know.
But we talked about it.
We talked about it. So this is when Biden was giving out the 770.
Yeah, because
Let's
last
go-
week
let's
he
go
was giving
clip
everybody
7.
100%. But the man is senile. So this week it's back to 770.
Yeah.
One-time payment.
One-time payment, 770. All right, let's go. Clip
I
7.
don't know
Here
what
we
he's
go.
referring to when he talks about the Delta smelt in reservoirs. The reservoirs are completely full. The state reservoirs here in Southern California. That mis and disinformation, I don't think advantages or aids any of us. Responding to Donald Trump's insults, we would spend another month. I'm very familiar with them. Every elected official that he disagrees with, very familiar with them.
We do know, though, from reporting here locally that one reservoir that serves the Palisades was not full.
And that's exactly what triggered my desire to get the investigation to understand what was happening with that local reservoir. That
local
he thinks
reservoir.
He's slick.
Yeah.
He thinks he's slick.
He does. He does think he's slick. He think he could talk his way out of any situation. But listen, everybody knows it's on Gavin. I said this last week. His career is over. It's over for Gavin. It's over for Gavin.
Did you see what Trump Truth socialed yesterday? Release the water, new scum.
Yes. Yes, I did see that. Yeah. No, that was
What's
funny.
wrong with you, DJT?
Yeah, it's just it really is such a mess. And he's just, like I said, he tries to talk his way out of every situation, but I think the Democrats know they got to move on from him now. I don't know who their pick is going to be in 2028 because it ain't going to be Gavin Newsom. That guy isn't going to get a vote from anybody. I don't even think he'd win his own state.
No, I have to say, when I think about what's going on, it's really criminal because I don't know if this is total incompetence or if this was a planned event.
Yeah.
I really struggle when I think about it, And I mean, they said that they warned them, like that they had like the perfect storm of there being a huge fire going on even a couple of days before the event.
Yeah.
And according to Gavin Newsom, he had 120 engines, helicopters, dozers, water tenders. 2 days before
Yeah.
the fire even started.
Yeah. Let's
he
show
was
that.
ready
Let's
for
go
it.
clip 9.
Thousands of National Guard men and women that have been on here. We pre-positioned 120 engines, helicopters, dozers, water tenders. We did that on Sunday, 2 days before this event.
To rebuild these communities back and rebuild them better than they were when we started this fire.
When we started this fire. Came out right there.
What they should be
Came
singing
right out there
is,
instead of.
we didn't start the fire.
Yeah, that should be what that is.
Not when we started this fire. It should be, we didn't start the fire.
It was always burning. No. fuck no, it wasn't.
No. So, I mean, that's why I think you're right. They may be planning that 15-minute city.
I think so. I mean, the more I see about the new developments that they want, because they're hosting major events, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're hosting the World Cup, they're hosting the Super Bowl, and then they're hosting the Olympics to end it off.
Yeah.
So you're hosting the 3 biggest events on 2 of the biggest events of the world stage, and then the NFL, which is the biggest viewed event of the year. So you're hosting the 3 biggest events in the United States, and like you have to make your city look good. And honestly, LA kind of looks like shit, to be honest. Like it really does. It doesn't look well put together. It doesn't look like a good city. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's like, we got to burn this shit out, build up some nice stuff, and make it look pretty for the event.
Plus, I'm sure they want to rezone everything.
Yeah.
Like, right now it's a bunch of single-family homes, and people have a lot of cars there.
Yeah,
They want to get
100%.
rid of the cars. They want to have everybody dependent on public transportation. They want to replace all those single-family homes with apartment complexes. Like, there's a whole huge plan that they're trying to do.
Yeah.
And it goes way beyond just the Olympics. It's a quality of life issue.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and then if there's arson, right? There was a man caught walking around with a blowtorch, and some citizens stopped him, made a citizen's arrest, and then they let the guy go. They said they didn't have probable cause. How the hell are you walking around with a blowtorch, and that's not
in the
enough
middle
evidence?
of a wildfire. In the middle of a wildfire, and he's lighting shit on fire. That's what he's doing.
It is so, like, you can't. So I don't know if it's incompetence. I don't know if it's just incompetence.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
Or if it's a plan. I don't
think it
know.
is. I don't.
I have no idea. But all I'm saying is that when you see everything burning up, it looks kind of systematic to me, to be honest with you.
It does. But, California's biggest worry is how they're going to fight off Trump. That's what they called a special meeting to talk about how they were going to fight off Trump. That's what they're worried about, right?
Well, yeah, the state assembly got right together to figure it out rather than worrying about. You got to play that video from the state assemblyman.
Yeah, the one where he's in the assembly.
Yeah.
All right, let's go 20. Clip 20.
As we speak, the California legislature has gavelled in to a special emergency session of its legislature. And you might say, well, of course they have. LA is burning to the ground right now. But it turns out that's not actually what this special session is about. No. The legislature has gavelled into a special session called by Gavin Newsom to provide millions of dollars in funding for filing lawsuits against the incoming Trump administration. That is what their priority is at this very moment.
And let's go right into 21 too, because then they try to lie about it. They just try. The reporter goes right after them, and they try to lie. So let's go right into 21.
Take a couple of questions. I do have to jump on a call here in a few minutes.
With that, with what you just mentioned and kicked off here, is now the right time to have a special legislative session on allocating money to fight Trump in a way that you could already do without a special legislative session?
So I'm here to address these wildfires. This is a historic wildfire. This is a historic event. These wildfires, as I mentioned, are going to be quite possibly some of the worst wildfires and disasters in state and national history.
While this wildfire is happening, and while people are trying to understand what's going on and are worried about disaster relief, worried about the ability to get homeowners insurance, your chamber
drones battling the fires.
To prepare for
I don't have the videos of the California or the Chinese drones.
Why not?
I didn't edit them in. I didn't edit them in.
Well, that was your job.
Right now as Speaker, Ashley. At this moment, my colleagues and I, we are acting with great urgency to ensure that we're providing much needed relief to Angelenos.
Yeah, well, so they of course are going right out and lying about it and trying to divert from the fact that, they should be worrying about the LA wildfires, but no, they're not. They're focused on, trying to fight Trump and have a problem with Trump. So it's just frustrating. The Democrats just can't, get it together and do their job. It's just frustrating.
Well, listen, they allocated $50 million to battling Trump, but took money away from fighting fires. That's the bottom line. And there's no reason why California should be doing so poorly. I mean, honestly, they should have the most cutting edge of technologies, okay? They tax the people to death, and you're going to tell me that the best way to start a fire is to do what they've been doing since the 1900s? Have a truck drive in and still get the hose and just... I mean, there have to be more cutting edge technologies. I had many videos to show you, but unfortunately, we don't have them today because the Chinese have figured out that you could battle fires with drones.
Yeah, you can. I don't think it's quite as effective, but I think you can.
It's totally effective because they can go higher than what a ladder can on a fire truck.
Well,
if we had the videos, we could show you, but we don't have the videos to show you. So we can't show the drones going to the hard-to-reach area. Listen, the bottom line is, there's some hard-to-reach areas that those drones, you attach the hose to them, they could go flying up at heights that the ladder can't go to.
But it's not the fact that the buildings are burning; it's the fact that the trees and the forests are burning down. That's what starts the fire.
And the drones can go fly over it and
dumping
spray
tons of water. How much water do you think the drones are carrying?
You attach the hose to the drones. If you were watching the videos,
how long of a hose do you think you're gonna have?
You can have a very long hose.
No, you can't. Not a 3,000 foot hose. You can't have a 3,000 foot hose.
I would love to show
you have to attach it to a hydrant.
I would love to show you the skyscrapers. Wow, look at that tall skyscraper.
That skyscraper is not as tall or as high as what you need to do to drop water on that. Look how it's not even that high.
That is high. That is high. They are more effective ways to battle fires than just having fire trucks drive in and use pocketbooks. I saw the firemen using
because they don't have any water, though. That's the problem. They don't have any water. They don't have any water. That's the problem. It's not about them battling the fire.
But the point is that
that's the point.
The point is that they should have more innovative ways to fight fires than they've been doing it since the 1900s.
Well, why doesn't the NYPD have that? They live in New York City. Where's the FDNY? Where's the FDNY?
Are we going to start talking about how ineffective New York City is?
Let's talk about how ineffective.
Here all day and talk about what a dump New York City is. You know why? Because it's another Democrat-run city, just like the whole state of California, okay? When you have the Democrats run shit, it sucks, all right?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sorry. Let's get the Chinese people. Go on TikTok. See if you could contact your local Chinese spy and see if they could come here and show you how to use the drones to fight fires effectively here in the United States of America. Hello, TikTok? TikTok, hello? I'm reaching out to you while I still can. I need help to fight fires because we don't know how to do it here in the United States of America.
I guess we don't. Yeah, I guess we don't. No, I
agree with you that they need water. I agree that they need water. That's what they need.
So let's focus on that.
They should be coming up instead of taking $50 million to figure out how to battle Donald Trump to do the things that he got voted for and elected to do.
Yeah.
They should take that $50 million and find more efficient ways to fight fires in California, being that that's your huge problem, are these crazy wildfires.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's true. That is, but I don't think that you'd be able to carry as much water as you think.
Well, you could also put hydrants or fire extinguishers
in the middle of the woods.
In the drones. I'm sure that there are other effective ways to fight the fire.
I guess maybe I don't know.
Listen. Since Gavin Newsom has been elected, he spent $24 billion on the homeless situation. And you know what happened? The homeless has grown 40% since he's become governor.
Yeah.
This is where this governor puts his money in, okay? And you know what? He's incentivizing homelessness because if you talk to half the homeless people in California, they're not even from California.
Yeah.
They move here from other parts of the country because they get like $650 $650 a month. They get $650 a month, plus they get food vouchers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it pays to be homeless in California.
Yeah.
So those people are terrified of the graft, of the stealing that will be exposed if Donald Trump goes in there and starts to clean house.
Yeah.
And that's why they'll invest $50 million to fight Trump over fixing the problems in California, over giving it to the Los Angeles Fire Department.
Yeah. Well, I have to say, I do think that, you're 100% right with people waking up, because people are waking up. It's people are starting to notice the bullshit and starting to notice the lies and being able to, and that's why they're voting the way they're voting. The Democrats are in big trouble because people are starting to see what they're really all about. And they're not liking it. They're not liking it at all. And part of the reason why they're starting to see what they're all about is because of TikTok. And TikTok is getting banned on Sunday. Yeah. It's over for TikTok. Come Sunday, the 19th, it's going to be banned in the United States unless ByteDance sells. And a lot of people have offered to buy it. Elon says he'd buy it. Mr. Beast says he wants to buy it. Lots of people are saying they're going to buy it. But honestly, I think the Chinese are going to hold on to it and say, kiss my ass, US. See you later. That's what I see. That's what I think is going to happen.
Well, I know that a lot of people are moving to a new app. What's the name of the app? A lot of people are going to a new app. Yes.
I mean, there's like Instagram Reels.
No.
That's big.
No, there's a new app. Gabriel was telling me about some new app. I forgot the name of it.
I don't know. I've never heard of a new app.
It's the number one app in the country right now.
Really?
Yes.
I feel like everybody watches like Instagram Reels and Facebook Reels.
Do you know I still can't even figure out how to post on Instagram?
Right,
I don't know
you struggle
what
with
it
that.
is about Instagram,
You
but I
struggle
have so much trouble with that app. That's why I hardly ever go on it.
Well, honestly, if Elon was smart, he would put the same kind of feature or whatever it is from TikTok on X and just have it be on X.
That would
be
great.
The smart decision.
Well, I heard that Rumble might be thinking about putting a bunch of shorts up there.
Rumble. Love you, Rumble, but no.
Rumble is my favorite. I watch everything on Rumble.
It might be over for Rumble.
What?
I'm just saying, that's not Rumble speed. Rumble
Well, they're saying that they might be doing it.
Yeah, maybe, I guess. I don't know. I mean, our shorts, we try to post shorts on there a little bit and they never get any traction. But I think that's because it's not the same as TikTok where you kind of scroll in and it comes into an algorithm and it shows to the people. It's very much just like a post. So I could see, why it doesn't do as well. But yeah, I mean, I know everybody uses Instagram Reels. I haven't heard of any other apps. But I mean, if Gabe knows, please put it in the chat, guys. If you guys know of any other apps that are like that, but I don't know. I mean, you would think that they're going to sell 90% of their usership is in the U.S. I mean, people love TikTok. You think that they would sell it out, but I guess not. They want to keep.
Well, the reason why I love TikTok is because I get a lot of news there. You see, the majority of our clips come from TikTok, and you know why? Because like Elon said, we are the reporters now. We are the citizen journalists.
Mm-hmm.
I go on TikTok and instantly I can find a story about anything, and it's usually because it's somebody who's there in that particular situation. They take out their camera and they record everything that's going on.
Yeah, it's true.
And it's not censored. It's not where somebody's editing it up. I mean, sometimes you have those TikTok clips, but there's a lot of times you can go on TikTok Live and see things that you are not going to see on the mainstream media.
Well, not TikTok Live, just like regular TikTok, like the For You page.
But even the TikTok Live, I see a lot of, because they show people in New York and they're like, oh, we're here in New York.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. You see a lot of information on TikTok.
Did you show the video of the people celebrating? Do you have that video?
In BBC? In Israel and Gaza?
We should show that.
All right, yeah, let's show that. Yes, no, I agree.
On TikTok.
No, I agree. I think that's a great clip. Clip 24. Yes, we do have that. This was great. I gotta say, the other party looked way better.
The one in Gaza?
Yeah, the Muslims were jumping up and down. They were loving life.
Listen, there's two. I mean, the one in Gaza, those people were like really fighting for their lives.
Yeah,
because
they were getting blown up all over the place.
I mean, but that really like made me emotional when I saw that.
Yeah.
And I just ran upon it on TikTok. And I was just
And those were
so
people thanking God,
overwhelmed.
though. Those were people thanking God. You could tell. I mean, they were just like, oh, like finally our prayers have been answered. Almost. That was the vibe that I got there. If only they did that in LA, maybe they wouldn't have so much problems. But it's such a godless place that, like, that's why I kind of feel like God was just like, I'm going to burn you a little bit.
Well, that's what some people are saying, that
I
it was
mean,
like kind of biblical what
yeah.
happened. I mean, let's show the video. I
Yeah.
think it's like video 12.
12, yeah. Yep, with the Golden Globes.
So much has already happened in the first half, and the acceptance speeches have been on fire. Who got shouted out the most? Let's look at the numbers. All right, cast and crew are leading the way with 11 mentions. Moms are holding strong with 3 shout-outs. God, creator of the universe, 0 mentions. No surprise in this godless town.
Acceptance speeches
2 days later.
2 weeks, just burning. Yeah, I mean,
2 days later.
That's how it is.
You know, my daughter said something interesting. She goes, I noticed for the homes, those were on fire. They couldn't put them out. There's no water. She goes, but for a lot of the major, like, the Hollywood sign, like for a lot of things where people go sightseeing, those places were saved.
Saved quick.
Yeah.
Saved quick. Like Hollywood Hills was on fire and they put that shit out in an hour. Like they were like,
That's what my daughter said. She goes, all I know is the major tourist places, they're going to make sure it don't burn. And
That's
I'm like,
true.
you know what? The truth comes out of, even though she's a teenager now, but
it's,
sometimes the kids, like they just see what's like right in front of them.
Mhm.
But Hollywood is a godless town.
Yeah.
I mean, I was watching this there's a video of Lindsay Horvath. I found it on X.
Yeah.
And she is the city council supervisor for the 3rd district of Los Angeles. You have to watch this. I was shocked.
This is the picture of what she was wearing?
Former mayor of West Hollywood.
That's a picture 13.
She probably doesn't want us to show it.
I know. Yeah, no, that's there. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what she was wearing with the upside down cross. Yeah, that's it right there.
Right?
Yeah.
So then, like, of course, everybody's going crazy.
Yeah.
So I see people in Los Angeles, they're like, oh my gosh, she's wearing an upside down cross. So then they try to debunk and they go, oh no, that's actually a Bridget's cross. And a Bridget's cross was woven from brush, sometimes straw, and it's like an Irish Celtic. And I'm like,
what?
I am Irish Catholic. I have never seen this Bridget's cross in my life. So then I look into it. I go, who is this? The Celtic goddess Bridget, who's said to be a triple deity. And there's a debate whether she was a real person.
Yeah.
She's pre-Christian from the pagan Irish traditions. And Bridget is a triple goddess, the goddess of healing, symbolized by the element of water, the goddess of force of fire, and the goddess of poetry.
Yep.
This is not a cross honoring our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, okay?
No, not at all.
This did not give anybody a warm and fuzzy.
Nope.
So this is a former mayor of West Hollywood.
Yep.
She's now what is it again? A council supervisor
Yes,
for the 3rd
for the
district
3rd
of Los
district.
Angeles. And then the one thing that did burn was the Getty Museum.
Yes, and then we'll show the picture of the Getty Museum 14. This is what the Getty Museum looked like from above.
Now, the Getty Museum, they say, is like satanic, like
Mhm.
that there are tunnels underneath and that they had all kinds of human trafficking going on in there.
Yeah, that's what you were saying.
I mean, it's really a sick place.
Well, and that's why I think the firefighters were like, we're not saving that piece of
Well,
shit.
you got to show that video
Yeah.
because it's like Satan himself is on the end of
Yeah,
it.
clip 15.
This video is so crazy at the end.
Triage of that structure. It's on the priority
Yeah, it is.
building. I cannot prioritize it that way. There are multiple homes here between PCH and Temescal.
Yep.
My line is to Sunset. I have the high school well involved, along with number of homes between this can. I'm not sure why that's a priority or not versus these homes. Can you explain it?
Our tax dollars pay for it, you little bitch.
What the hell was that?
I just heard him get called a little bitch.
What the hell was that?
I don't know what that was.
It's like Satan himself was pissed at one of his demonic.
That was just crazy.
Holy crap! I heard that.
Yeah, that was just crazy.
And I was like, you know what? Let's try to see something positive. So let's show video 16, because this one kind of shook me, because even the reporter was like looking for something to feel good about.
All right, 16.
Look at this. This
was interesting.
Neighborhood is tore up, and look, the angels.
The whole tree burned down.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, well, I saw like a lot of different TikToks too of like people's houses completely burned, but like their Bibles are untouched and like their crucifixes and like I saw a ton of them. Okay, show
number
17.
17. This was a huge one. Yep,
Picture,
it's a
yeah.
picture.
Yep. There we go. Okay.
Those people, I saw the whole video. It would take too much time, but they're going and they're observing all the wreckage. And then they see the statue of the Blessed Mother.
Yeah.
And they're like, this statue is in perfect condition.
Perfect. I mean, look at it. It looks unbelievable.
And then you hear the guy who takes it, he goes, can you please take my picture with that? Please take, like, they were so overcome.
And picture 18
with
too goes with it as well.
Picture 18.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at everything.
Look at that.
Burned
That's
to the ground.
unbelievable.
And the church is still standing.
Yeah. Listen, that's the type of shit that people are like, maybe it is biblical. Maybe God was just like, I got to punish these people because these people are awful. Like, because I remember I saw it was a news story, but it was a TikTok too. And this guy is like in tears. He's crying. He's like, why is my house burnt? Like, my house okay, but everybody else is burnt down. Like, I just can't stop thanking God and praising God and everything. And it's like, probably because he goes to church and he's like an active person in church and everybody else around him is just a sicko.
Well, there was one guy where his house burnt down, and he goes, well, God saved his house. And the reporter goes, well, why would God let all the other houses burn down and just save his house? He goes, I don't know. I'm not God, but God obviously saved his house.
Exactly.
And I was just like, man, that is unbelievable.
It's true.
But you know what? What we haven't given enough attention to are the animals. And there was so many videos of the animals, but I do want to show this video, number 19. I know it's sad.
It's a sad vid.
But
it's a sad video.
you have to hear what the animals were going through.
All right, clip 19. This is sad. Coyotes.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're pets.
All right, we can cut it there.
I mean, honestly, like there was a story where one guy
Yeah.
is begging the fireman, please let me go to my house. I have a dog at home. Please let me go. And they're like, screw you, mister. So one nice fireman goes, I'll go to the house, gets the dog. You see the dog running down the street, and the man just starts crying hysterically.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, I love you so much. I mean, think about it. How many people go to work? You went to work that day. You come home. I mean, the fire broke out in the middle of the day.
Yeah, it was in the middle of the day.
I mean,
when it was just getting out of control.
Gavin Newsom needs to go.
Yeah.
He really needs to go.
I mean, he should be impeached as governor for this.
He really should.
This is just a poor job. This is completely mismanaging everything. Like, he really should be in question and be like, maybe we got to just remove you. Like, you're just a disaster.
And then that mayor who said she would never travel, went to Ghana, wasn't there to help. She needs to go too.
Yeah.
Okay?
I agree with you.
And this isn't,
I agree with you 100%.
This is, we need to start having good leadership going on.
Yeah.
Okay?
You're
because
100%
there is
right.
a great awakening happening. People are waking up. And banning TikTok is not going to stop it. We all know that the media has become a weaponized tool to control perception. Big Pharma is a profit-driven machine that is not concerned with getting us healthier, but keeping us sick for profits. The banking system is rigged to enslave us, and we've all become a debt society. Our education system is more like an indoctrination system that works to keep us obedient, take the jab, rather than growing us into a society of critical thinkers.
Yeah.
Trump said we're the party of common sense. And the wars are for the military-industrial complex to make money off of us and to keep us all distracted and divided throughout the world. TikTok is too dangerous because it allows citizens from all over the world to talk to each other. And we're realizing that we have more in common than the issues they use to keep us divided.
Yeah.
We're waking up, and this global cabal deep state is starting to fall apart. Through prayer and fasting, there is illumination of consciousness happening. It is time for the golden age, not for the rich citizens, but for the regular people in the world. January 20th, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, a man who held Christian beliefs, the doctrine of love, Gandhi's method of nonviolence. Both men were convicted of crimes by their governments, by the way. Gandhi spent 6 years in jail. Martin Luther King Jr. dreamed of a day where we would judge a man not by the color of his skin, but by the content of his character. The people in Washington have shown little character over the past 30 years, and just look at the Senate confirmation hearings today. Those people were so disrespectful and disgusting. I look forward to an outsider, Donald J. Trump, to be inaugurated, and for the convicted felon to lead us to the golden age. We all know the saying, show me the man and I will show you the crime. Well, this outsider, Donald Trump, is going to usher in a golden age. And God willing, we should all pray that we can make America great again, that we can make America healthy again, and that we can make America moral again. United we stand, divided we fall. God bless America, and please, on January 20th, let freedom ring. I'm sorry, but
that was a good little monologue there.
It was. I'm sorry, but it just hit me today, and I was like,
Yeah.
this is the end of this bullshit.
I hope so. I hope you're right. I hope it is the end of this bullshit, because that's what we need. We need to stop being so, divided on these dumb issues and come together and focus on taking care of the American people. I hate that that's such a raw concept to focus on taking care of Americans first and putting our needs above everybody else's.
And you know what? How about everybody work together towards making people happy in their own countries too?
Right.
We need to get rid of this global cabal. They're killing all of us.
Exactly.
They're killing all of us. What's happening in Ukraine's disgusting. You saw those people crying in the streets of Hamas.
Yep.
You see what's going on in Israel. There are miserable people all over the world, and these globalists, they're going to come down to their knees, and I really hope and pray that if we stand behind President Trump, we can make America great again and the world.
I 100% agree with you. I think you're 100% right. Well, I mean, we'll see. I mean, it's coming up this Monday. So we're 5 days away now, and hopefully this is a whole new world. Hopefully next week we're looking at a different country just in 2 days. I really believe that. I've said it since the beginning. I said that these meaningless wars will end. This divisiveness, this faith in the mainstream media, all these lies, it's all coming to an end. And look, just 5 days before he even took office, Israel and Palestine is completely done. The money train is over. These wars are going to end. And I wouldn't be surprised we come in on Wednesday next week and we're talking about the end of Russia, Ukraine, the end of the lies and the BS from the mainstream media, the end of Gavin Newsom, hopefully. Hopefully the people are like, we're done with you, prick. You're out of here. So we'll see what headlines we got next week, Coach, because I think it's going to be a totally different world landscape next week. So we will see. But guys, we'll see you guys here same time, same place next week, Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time, after the Trump inauguration. We'll see you guys next week. Make sure you guys like and subscribe the video below. Make sure you follow us on Rumble. You guys have been awesome. Tons of views last week. Hopefully we get tons of views this week. Make sure you're hitting that follow button. Follow us. Like the video. Make sure you're sharing it to everybody. Guys on YouTube, make sure you're liking, subscribing. Make sure you share that out as well. And follow all of our socials. Follow us on X. Follow us on TikTok. We're here. We're going to be here as long as TikTok allows us to be here. Hopefully TikTok isn't banned this weekend, but we will see. And we'll see you guys here next week. Coach, any final words after that beautiful speech you gave us?
Just make the right play and let's stand together. One nation under God.
Perfect. One nation under God. Guys, we'll see you here next week. Have a great week, everybody. Enjoy that 3-day weekend and enjoy Monday. Get a bottle of champagne and celebrate. We'll see you guys.